Hi. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Some things have changed. You may have noticed just by looking around. How you been? Welcome to Lost Opal Tarot. It's been a while since I said that. Very strange. Weirdly enough, for whatever reason, my little heart is beating out of my chest for no good reason as far as I can tell. But nonetheless, it is. As you can see, well, lighting is a tad different now. The music is probably super loud in comparison to me. How about we change that just a tad? A couple ways. Cool. As I was saying, yeah, welcome back to Lost Opal Tarot. It's been a minute. This is the place where we do things like astrology, Lenormand, oracles, well, tarot, anything esoteric-wise, really, that we can use to gain information that may lead us to the higher self. The best possible version of you and me and you and you and you, all of us, if you so desire. I like to use these tools as a method to, well, get to know the soul a little more. So, I don't even know where to begin. Wow. As you can see, thanks to lighting, we can gaze upon each other directly in the eyes finally. Hello. So, gosh, let's start with where have I been? Okay. I'm going to try. I'm so sorry. Out the gate. Anyone here for a reading? Well, it may take a sec. I got some stuff to talk about. We'll definitely be doing readings. I'm hopeful someone will stop by. We can give maybe one. It's my birthday. Okay, but I like to give on my birthday rather than get. It's just something with me. I don't know what I don't know how else to explain it. Frankly, it's just the way I am. So here we are. Hopefully I can read for somebody else that needs it today. Okay? Sorry, ADHD. Man, life has been a wild roller coaster. In short, where have I been? I mean, right here. Literally in this spot. Pretty unmoving for the most part. Working. I have a job. I'm extremely thankful for it. It takes up time. Someday, maybe, I will have a means that does not require me to do a day-to-day job such as that to allow me to do clearly what I am otherwise passionate about, this. So, lots of work, obviously. Lots of studying. Okay? Previously on streams, well, we had discussed books, right? As you can see behind me, there is a large portion of my library, if you will. We've been in deep study, extremely deep study. Okay? For anybody here, I guess, with questions, and in regard to what has happened to me systemically, how this all works for me anymore, okay, readings have changed the way I do them, all right, what they even mean. Not only have things deepened, but, well, they've become, I guess, complex simplicity is the best way I'm going to put it. If you are another reader and you are curious about what my read style is, all I can tell you is do yourself a favor. Go get this book and start reading. This gives you not necessarily the system, but truly a backbone into, well, what we're going to get into. This has become kind of a strange space for me anymore, because not only will we be doing readings, but we're going to be teaching a lot more heavily. Not that I am some accredited source, but we're going to attempt to explain, at least from even just one viewpoint, and I say that from like a Kabbalistic viewpoint, okay? We're going to be talking about stuff like the Sephira, the 10 Sephiroth in specific, I should say, but each individual Sephira, or Sephira, however you like to say it, what those mean, how we interact with this diagram in relation to, well, this is funny for me, by the way. This is my birthday day card while we're talking on the subject, okay? This card represents 10 degrees in the sky astronomically in Gemini, okay? Its title in the Golden Dawn system, and others for that matter, at least varyingly or unknowingly or etc., is known as the Lord of Ruin. Happy birthday. Okay? So, again, if you're looking for how the system works in short, for me, going forward, look no further than this book as kind of your Bible for information, how to look at things, okay? But not as a literal Bible. I hope that makes sense. It's just, I carry this book with me everywhere. But past that, look at Golden Dawn, look at Builders of the Adytum, look at OTO, or I don't even remember, Order of the Occident or something. All right, look at these three systems, okay? I am a marriage of them all in a weird way. I refuse to just apply one thing. I want to explore everything, okay? Even numerology, all right? I will add all our numbers up, use individual numbers out of certain things we get result-wise. I'll do all sorts of crazy stuff just for information, okay? Not to say it's the future, all right? Not to say it's destiny, fate, whatever. I'm just saying. Here's some information that came up while perhaps you were introspective, or you had a question about, you know, your lover or whatever it might be, right? This has dramatically changed anymore to the reason I don't do love readings, all right? It doesn't apply to what I'm attempting to do with this work, okay? We do from here going forward. I am more than happy to pull you a random, just general 3-card, whatever spread. This has proven effective in the past. However, if you want a real reading from me, if you want a real reading, okay, I gotta know your birthday. Not even your full birthday, okay? I need to know just your birthday like day. For instance, I'm June 20th, okay? This has a correspondence within the astrological wheel of tarot, if you will. Depending on the system you are using, it will change various things about this wheel, okay? Remember I said this book is important? It's not the only book that talks about this, but, well, for me, it was the first physical copy of something that I got, all right? As you can see here, big old wheel with all our signs, and then minor and majors attached, okay? Some people, including myself, it's current work in progress of how that wheel looks, what those correspondences really are, okay? So, just knowing even your birthday day allows me to look at your minor arcana to get a minor behavioral archetype that we can talk about. I'm not saying it's going to be you. It's a starting point. You are a beautiful, intricate web of space stuff. It is gorgeous and infinitely difficult to transcribe and understand even remotely with our tiny, tiny speck of what we think we know. These are little gifts we've been given, okay? Again, it's just information. Well, I don't know how else to put it. I've effectively taken up the title of a humble servant of the sacred fire, to quote Gandalf, quite frankly. But when I'm talking about the sacred fire, I mean the infinite, everlasting soul, yours. All right? I'm here no longer as just, I guess, your generic tarot reader. I have 7 questions for the world. All right? I don't even know exactly where to begin with them, but the point of all of this is meant to be in service of those questions, okay? Where do we come from? I haven't written down because, God, even I can't remember all the things that are in my head anymore. If you can't tell, we've been on quite the journey for 4 months. But question one, where do we come from? All right. We'll talk about all of this in due course in the life of this channel, I hope. But question two, who else was here? Okay. Who did we used to be? All right. And in so doing, what was the human body truly capable of? Okay. Before we got here to modern society. All right. Where is the hidden library? And I don't mean the one of Alexandria. I'm talking about you. And out there. And here. But again, where? Okay? And the most important question of all of these things, not to present them to you as scientific fact, but my final question is more of an answer in a way. But what do you do with all the answers to those questions? What type of person do you choose to be with the ability to truly know, or at least make the attempt? What does that turn you into? I've been reading tarot, and I guess I can't even say I'm reading tarot. I have been on a spiritual journey, I believe is a more appropriate statement, for approximately 1 year. We're 2 months shy. About August 10th for me, this all started. Okay. In that short time, extremely short time in comparison to a lot of people, this has dramatically changed my life for the better, I argue. Truly. In some ways for the worse, right? With knowing more, well, some things you may rather not know. But that's kind of the point, right? To encounter the boulder and build the sledgehammer. Proceed forward or around, whatever we must do in that moment. At least with this, I can honestly look myself in the mirror and know when I'm lying to myself about things I'm being stagnant on, or a way of thinking that no longer serves, right? Where ego has become inflated and absolutely does not belong, right? Extremely introspective, all in hopes to be in service of humankind, of you, random viewer watching this now. I don't want money. I don't want fame. I don't want nothing. I want you to meet the best version of you. Okay? So, furthering where the hell I've been. All right? I have some pictures I brought back, actually. Again, mostly working, a lot of reading, a whole lot of reading. We'll get to that. I took a trip to LA. It's my birthday today. I took that trip 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, I would have been in a convention with other random seekers in Los Angeles, California. Okay. If I had to guess, maybe a few 100 people maybe at this convention. Nothing huge, right? Los Angeles Tarot Festival, all right? I went out there. I mean, I cannot even begin to explain how this all worked out, right? I was just looking random stuff up and ran into this event. I didn't even bother to look into the details. I didn't care. The point was to be with, well, the tribe, if you will. I'd never done anything like that for this, ever. So, through the extreme grace of my dear friends, thank you, by the way, you know who you are, funding that trip, for Christ's sake, for my birthday, no less. It's going to make me emotional talk about it. I had planned on taking it one way or another, but they made sure it happened. Let's put it that way. Thank you very much. Anyway, at this event, there are, again, maybe 100 people if I had to guess in total. It's open to the public. Lasts the weekend, right? Friday to Sunday. Thursday to Sunday. I flew in Friday night. I landed, get there just in time for like the end presentations, whatever, talk to a few people. All right. But the point of this trip, okay, was, I don't know how to like say this without it sounding completely egotistical and pompous, because I'm an idiot compared to this man and many others, and not even, I'm talking just in this subject. I don't know shit. Okay? In comparison, I'm still carrying a book around. There are people that can talk about this freely, just hours. Right? It's fascinating. And it's seemingly slowly what I'm turning into. But I went to LA in search of, I don't know, I don't want to say a guru, a teacher, I guess. I'm looking for somebody that I can actually have these conversations with, because I still have questions. Right? And the point I'm at is just, I either just have to study more, or I have to find somebody who has the answers. And it's a desperate struggle in my mind to reconcile that, a few things there, right? Is it not just possible? A, you're not capable of understanding them right now, so they're not here yet. They have not presented themselves in some way that is meaningful to us yet, but have been in front of our face forever, right? Don't know. We're learning. It's part of the reason I have this button now. Okay? I wear this, well, not all the time, but when I go out, especially, the bar or whatever, while I'm sober, everybody's hanging out, I love wearing that. It's an immediate door into some strange conversation. Love it. But also with that, now we can really talk about some crazy stuff, right? All I got to do is know your birthday. Ask me, I'll tell you, right? I'm so sorry. I've been wholeheartedly, I don't even know if you guys can see chat on this. No, I think I hit it. People were being inappropriate in chat. So I'm sorry, you can't see you all talking anymore. Things are screwed up. It took me, I've been making this joke in my head, okay? It took me 4 months to move my desk, into a different quadrant of the room, and then reorganize, and have lighting now that, hey, see? I have eyes. I'm real. People have been asking. Alexander the Ganja Shaman 448. If you are still here, I'm so sorry. You were coming to me when I am coming back after a long hiatus here, several months. If you're still here and want a reading, please let me know. I'm not, God, the join queue's probably screwed up. All this stuff is messed up, very likely. I think it's open. It might work. It might not. I don't know. I will try my best to get to you guys if I can. Alexander. Scott G4S. Interview with AWS went awful. Fuck Amazon. It worked out for the better that I didn't. Okay, so chat does work. All right, so now we're going to test. Oh, neato. I put chat on a quick chill hide. So, behave, basically. Speaking of, I have a Discord channel. It exists. It is locked down. Mega. Okay. Remember at the beginning of all this, maybe I didn't make myself clear enough, and I will now. The previous methods of readings are, well, I know now what I was doing before. While working, It shows nothing but evidence to me that tarot will literally meet you where you are at, knowledge-wise, what you can perceive. It will help you deliver, if able, the message that need to be delivered, right? Crazily enough, it's the most interesting phenomenon I have ever seen, right? I mean, in terms of like, if you give this to someone who has never used it before, and you just let them kind of cook, if you know what I mean, you may be surprised with the results you get, right? All involved. Right? You've got people saying stuff that they would not naturally say, and even they're looking around like, why am I saying this? It is fascinating. Hence the area of extreme study for me. If you've ever heard of Edgar Casey, I think your Case, something like that, prediction guy, you know, just this source feeds information, knowledge to us, okay? In a way. This is where we start to get into the tree life stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Alexander, the Ganja Shaman, 448. You would like a read. I will leave this to you, my friend. Okay, I got a lot more shit to cover, but in the interest of just doing a read, yeah. I typically do a 5-card draw anymore. Okay. Fire, air, water, earth, spirit. The ethereal, infinite soul. Okay. 5 cards. Alternatively, we can just do none of that. Draw 3, right? Just start drawing. I will tell you a story. Kind of up to you. No need to share, but do you have something in mind? If you have a specific question, start focusing on it. I'm going to put my spread away. All right. So just so you may see, I don't know that I have these. Now this is my wall, kinda. It's basically my wall. So, well, here, this won't do you any good anyway. Let's just look at the actual spread cam. This one, okay? All right, Alexander. So this is where we get into difficulty. What you're asking for me to do, okay? We can answer this somewhat in terms of scientific astronomical data. I can literally tell you where planets will be, what energies will be floating around in the coming 8 weeks. This is not something we do on a live stream. This takes quite a while to sit down and do. All right? Those types of services literally might take me an hour or longer to start explaining and writing out for you. Yeah? That's going to be something you have to talk to me about in private. And that is going to be, unfortunately, must be, so I can survive a paid service. Okay? The 5-card draw is for right now, not the coming 8 weeks. Okay? The most sacred thing you will have ever in your life. This moment, right now, and then this one, and now this one, and then this one. Yeah? We're not promised that 8 weeks later. We're promised right now. Okay, this was my 5-card draw earlier. This is what I drew right before I got on stream. Very encouraging. And it is, actually, and funny enough. But I usually make a cute little like cross-looking pattern with this when I've got enough room. But you've only got this much. So usually I'll draw these and then I'll bring them over to the digital camera, okay? We're also going to check ourselves with the rune. These little guys. Boop. One of those. What'd you get? Kanaz, I think. Okay. We'll check on that in a minute. So, Alexander. I read right to left anymore. Okay. Fire. Convenient for you. Air. Interesting. Water. Earth. Spirit. Okay. Alrighty. So, in the interest of you seeing a little better what the heck's going on here, yeah, let's just go back to this guy. Number 1. Let's go find your room. We need, where are you? No. I always forget this guy. Boop. All right. This is an Elder Futhark rune, just by the way, card form of this. Okay? These are just kind of a way I use to, well, make sure we're talking to the right person in a way. More info, right? Why not? But well, let's get first into your actual spread. We're gonna put these away. I didn't mean to do that. Back, please. So, for those of you wondering, this software is Orphalese, by the way. We need strength. Please. Please, I said. Justamente reversed. I know we need the king reversed. Who else? 4 cup. 4 cup. Reversed. 3 cup. All right, man. I don't know why I just called you man, but can we see all the? Okay, kinda. Stuff. Baldy. Okay. This is your spread. All right. Your first position. Conveniently. Fire and fire. All right. So, obviously, these are the sign of Leo in the sky. Okay. I would go over all the date ranges with you if I remembered them all perfectly. Yeah. Don't remember? There's a wheel out there that tells you these, the specific minors, okay, within Leo. But this is, well, now you're in a full-on major. So I don't know what life events are happening for you right at the moment, but I noticed earlier, I don't know, you seemed rather excited to get your read. It seems as though to me, this card is both a warning and a boon, right? This is fire, this is passion, okay? Some cases are our life's purpose, our loves, right? Things that literally drive us, okay? Also, in some cases, matter of literal spirit, all right? But it's tempered, take note. Okay? Meaning this woman is not forcibly holding this lion's mouth shut. It is just asking for a volume knob, right? It's a controlled type of force. Strength, okay? We're in the number 8, all right? This is the sphere, the Sephira of Had, okay? This is our, well, conveniently splendor. So I'm not, again, I'm not sure what exactly you've got going on, but this is typically a place where Mercury, the planet, gets involved. Okay. The problem with Mercury, well, bit of a trickster. So, not sure what we got going on in life. We'll maybe get to that somewhere down here. Whatever you're going through, though, appears we're in a good place, at least from a fire perspective. Okay? Our next card. Air. Judgment. Blocked. Okay? This I know as Pluto. All right? This is the first Sephiroth. I know it says 20, but this card is meant to represent our heart, literally on the path of the hero's journey. This is meant to represent that we have finally culminated our work. We hear the great call to the actual higher self, the higher purpose, right? This could be even like a job, a new relationship, a new way we understand something, right? But whatever it is, it's a better version. It's the best. It's being literally weighed, right? But blocked. Pluto, we know in tarot, at least in my little world and head, we know it as death, the transformer. Okay? I don't mean necessarily literal death, but truly the transformation of lead to gold. Whatever we've got going on here in our thoughts at present, this is air, okay? The realm of the mind, our perception, how we communicate. We have a blockage here. So it would appear we have a higher calling reaching out, but perhaps it's a bridge we cannot cross yet. Fiscally or emotionally or literally physically. This leads us to our water. You conveniently have water in water, but it is blocked water, but in a good way, I would argue. So this brings us to Sphere 4, or Sephir of 4, this Sephir of Mercy. Okay? This is one of the 7 primary planets that kind of run our lives, even though one of them's not a planet. But in the esoteric world, the sun counts, the moon counts, right? But living in 4, we're ruled We're ruled by Jupiter, okay? Jupiter, the planet, just in a super generic quick form, all right? This is kind of our blesser, a little bit of a teacher, okay? So in this, for whatever reason, again, I think in a good way, I can't say because of this judgment card right before, but this is, God, what's the name of this guy? This is the Lord of what? Lord of, dang it. See, these are all things I got to remember and learn. I'll share with you in a moment where I'm getting this cute little list from. But, Hermetic Tarot, by the way. Lord of Blended Pleasure, okay? So, the problem with this card is quite simply, well, there is both bad and good in all things, right? And it's whether we choose to accept them or not. And in this case, when we reverse this blended pleasure, it can kind of go, well, unfortunately, good and bad. This is either us accepting our circumstances, right? Even though that they are literal garbage. But for me, in terms of this is this new emotion, this new cup, okay? One upright. This brand new way of feeling, accepted. But in other cases, this can literally be obstinance. This can be us just saying flat out, still, This is the no of no's. Absolutely not. I'll die on this hill. I don't know which for you, but I'm going to argue that may not be the case, because here in our realm of Earth, very Malkuth space, we have 3. Okay? This is our Sephir of Baina. Alright? Yin and Yang, living here in weird ways. But, as you see, this is adjoining. This is a very happy place to be. In Malkuth, it can literally represent a celebration now, but notice we're cups. So we're still emotions. This is, I like to just call this the small party, whether mental or physical, but this card holds some high hopes for the future too. There's a figure, we cannot make out their face. So, this could be the incoming party, it could be what's happening now, I do not know. Your final card. The Spirit. Well, to keep this as polite as possible, this is effectively sloth. All right? This is, you can look at it in terms of our read here. Our 3 of Cups, this is that king who otherwise would be laying kind of grown into his couch all the time, is now exploding from it. No longer just literally vines growing around them as per the art, okay? Kind of difficult to see, but this dude is just covered in veg. Yeah. You'll see the sign of the bull, meaning obviously Taurus rules here, Earth. The unmovers to a degree, but reversed. This could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I'm really not sure for you. So, finally, just to make sure we were talking with you, we have Kanas, okay? It's literally meant to represent the flame, man. So I have no clue what's going on for you here, but in terms of just what I've pulled for you, it appears to me, whatever this calling is, you've got what you need, but go forth, go to, why not? I'm not sure, perhaps this is just a reminder you need. I have no idea. Did you say what your birthday was? You're a Virgo. Okay. So, if we sit here, if you want to summarize this whole read, all right? We gotta start doing some maths, okay? This makes it difficult, doesn't it? When we have a king, queen, etc., otherwise, we have to go look at these guys a bit of a different way. Everybody else has numbers, though. Yeah? A 3, a 4, a 20, an 8. 7. Okay, technically we could count this down to straight up 2. Right? Remove that 0, but in the interest of not cheating. We get 7, 27, 30 what? 6? I think 35. I'm so good at math. 35, yes, which leaves us back to 8. Okay. Overarching theme for your whole spread: fire, but tempered. Okay. This brings us back to the sphere of Had, ruled by Mercury. Okay? So, as far as I can tell, 9/19. 9/19. Sorry, it's just way easier for me to pull this up on my phone. I've literally become like just more of a mobile oracle, I guess, right? I've literally got a deck on me at all times. I got a cute little wheel here for a reference real quick. You said 9/19 September. Yeah. 9/19. Okay. As I have you, weirdly enough, that puts you at a 10 of Pentacles. Which just leads me right back to where we were talking. Again, I don't know what this is all about, but here is your birthday card. You are literally the card of, well, the entire tree of life. It's Haim. Okay? This is meant to represent literally everything, but in generic sense here, wealth. I mean, legacy. Okay, the interwovenness of everything through everyone. All right, in all things, in all ways, and not always. God, I don't even know where to begin with this anymore. Right? This is your birthday card. There's you. All right, and your month, your sign. What are you? 10 pen. You said this. You're a hermit. Okay. So, these are, again, we boiled down your reading. These are all details, right? Birthday card, your star sign. All right. Your overall read, more info, really. But this is effectively what we're trying to talk to right now. Here's you, okay? In a super simplified form. And I mean mega simplified. All right, I cannot stress this enough. To truly know you, I need some details, man. It's going to take me a minute, but we can get some generics here. Your birthday card, your star sign. So this tells me kind of the label of you, and this would be more like, well, a very stereotypical, generic read of your supposed default, star seed imprint, my friend. We would call you the teacher. Yeah. Very astute, somewhat quiet, reserved, right? Always in thought and study, even if we're not in school. Just curious for fucking curiosity's sake. Sometimes maddening. Yes. But we're a builder. All right? We literally interact with the whole world. Our purpose as hermit here is to understand all things, always. We never will, right? But it's just abundance. It's beautiful. The 10 of Pentacles, any pentacle, okay? When we're in tarot, this is meant to represent the spirit. It's why I draw 5 cards. I add the second 2 because it's a sacred number. The number 7, 7 planets, 7 days of the week, 7 holy Roman, Greek, or whatever god you prefer to apply to the day. 7 is everywhere. So, my reads are now 7. I usually just don't tell people. The other 2 cards are in my head. Your birthday card, your star sign. If they're not already on the table, I'll draw them out so we can talk about it. This leaves you, though, 10, Malkuth, very earth. Your challenge is, well, not to fall into yourself. Okay, just in generic terms, but in terms of this read, well, I don't think, God, there's just this one word. Like, I feel like I've seen it on a card somewhere, it's got this lady with this lion. It really sums up what you could use right now, what you could get in touch with. This asks you to reach out literally to the planet Mercury. Speak. and be spoken to in order to gather strength for your journey, my dear. In very condensed form. Does this answer your question at all? I hope. This is the first time I'm doing this on stream. Remember, after I said all of that, here's what you're being asked for, and here's your tool. And reminder, you're already carrying one. Okay? If, in case you don't know this, just so we can maybe see here, all of us, this card here, this is a 6-pointed star. It's the star, well, it's the star you see in Israel's flag, but it's meant to represent all the elements. Fire, air, water, earth, technically even the fifth spirit. It's a combination of everything. This card is literally the 10 Sephira. Okay? 10 Sephiroth. This is everything explained in different ways. Within each of these are 10 more spheres for each of the 4 different worlds. It just goes deeper and deeper, okay? But my point being, what's in that lamp is literally kind of the stamp of you. This is true of all people, but in your case, with this birthday, well, this is the manifestation of the 5 points to the palm of you, the very real, personified star, okay, in the very real world. You're walking around with cosmic fire and don't even know it, but in this sense, we stamp the pinnacle, the representation of the human being, head, arms, legs, soul at the center, into our most precious metal, gold. We're trying to bring spirit to the most precious thing we can offer. For you, well, this comes naturally. Yes. Chat may or may not stay up, depending on how well we are or are not behaved going forward, sadly. My last stream was very interesting, my God. People say some wild things. Hello, Melissa Corona. Forgive me, this is completely disjointed, right? I told myself I would stream today. Like come hell or high water, right? So here we are. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but I have to explain myself. It's my birthday. I have been away for a long time, 4 months or so. Not a long time, but a while, in deep study of self and of material. It's behind me, okay? Yeah. Literally everything has changed. But the way I usually do my birthdays, I don't like to announce my birthday at all. I don't really celebrate my birthday usually, so we're doing something out of the norm for me, but I'm still cheating. In order to make sure I have my birthday my way, I guess, I'm using my time to honor the gift of life I was given. And I hope to give some of my time in hopes that it might help you. Otherwise, I've just kind of been sitting here talking, being a madman. Hey, thanks. Oh, yeah, God. It's presently 104 degrees here in Arizona. Someday you'll see me in a suit all damn day. That day is not today. I will die. I would be naked on the stream right now if I could. That's another channel. Well, thank you all very much. I've been here. I just kind of had to take a break. Okay, I had some stuff I had to learn. My big hesitation, all right, you can go see this for yourself. Okay, part of the system I'm kind of building here, the way I would like to explain things, requires ephemeris, which is astronomical data. Okay, I would like very much so for you, the viewer, to be able to go to my website, not so I can steal your data or even charge for it, but you put your birthday in and it will spit out kind of a little wedge of info about just you, right? But even then, I could go use it on the stream and we could just put in your birthday day, right? Not even the month or the year, just your birthday day. Obviously, it's going to tell me the month, but to a degree. Still, though, we're just trying to figure out you, right? That's kind of a starting point. I thought without that tool, I could not do this. All right? And sorry to get sidetracked into long conversations all over again, but I wasn't done talking about where the hell I've been. In said LA trip, okay? I took this trip to LA 2 weeks ago. LA Festival of Tarot. There may be pictures of me out there somewhere in the crowd. I don't know. Get this. My hotel, all right, in Glendale, California. Guess what it was called? Cheapest hotel I could find out there within a reasonable distance and rate. The Chariot Inn. Get fucked. You bet I took that hotel room. Great hotel. I certainly would not call it great. It is a hotel. It's a place to sleep. Okay. My last night there, some man was, I mean, I have no idea what he was even saying, but he was not happy about my skin color. Let's put it that way. Definitely on drugs, losing his mind. Like, I have no clue what he's saying, but it's just very eye-opening. Like, oh wow, what a peaceful little slice of heaven over here, right? And then that, and it's in a place where when you get down the road a bit, like in a car, and you look up, and there's just this huge cross, this huge, like, with lights on it. I'm talking, this thing's got to be like at least 60 foot high, maybe taller. Like, you can see it on top of a big ass hill, right? I have no idea what that's about, but it's just very, well, I don't even know what to call it. Invigorating, interesting, befuddling, terrifying, all of the above, right? Fascinating, yeah. So, I thought I couldn't do all this work, okay, without my cute little tool that I want to make. Wrong, man. I went to this thing just to go experience a little life. Some more of the circle, the tribe, with others that do this. I hoped. They were doing raffles, okay? They were doing raffles. God, I feel awful talking about this. I'm going to admit some shame here, okay? Both of these raffles, all right? Just one sec here. No, I didn't cheat. Well, I guess you can say I kind of did, in a way. Both of these raffles, all right? Here are my winning raffle tickets. I kept them. That's how important this was to me to remember. All right? I haven't thought about taking the numbers and adding them all up before, but we'll get to that. But these are the winners right here. I keep them in my briefcase. Okay? The first one. All right? I get to LA. I land Friday night. Go to hotel, sleep, nothing crazy. Saturday. Raffle. All right, cool, yeah. I never win stuff like this. Ever. I don't bother gambling. That's how bad my luck is. Okay? Reminder, my birthday card, the 10 of Swords. Hi. So, I'm holding this raffle ticket, and that's the literal thought happening in my head, is literally, I don't win these, right? But universe, multiverse, deity, the source, right? Whoever's out there, God, however you want to refer to it, all right? I'm sitting here in my seat holding this ticket, right? And I think to my stupid self, you want to shut me up? Win me this. It's my birthday, right? Not today, but soon. This is 2 weeks ago, all right? With this very ticket. Sitting in a room with probably 40 other people. Guess whose number gets called? Cool, right? Extremely grateful for it. I have never felt so called out by the world in my life while winning that. Right? Super cool to win that. Thank you to the sponsors of that event. It was Llewellyn and Ryder, I want to say, a couple people, but as well as these guys. Not the who? These people? Who is this? There were several sponsors there, but I cannot remember their names. I kind of just snuck in under the radar. I don't have like Instagram or anything like that I really do. I forget who this is. That's US Game Systems. That's not who I'm talking about. Wiser is who I'm thinking of. But a couple different sponsors there. But I won both of like their major giveaways 2 days in a row. And on top of that, there was another guy there, same thing, but he didn't win the major. He won the one below, the minor prize, if you will, 2 in a row. So not only did I do that once, but day 2, all right, the next raffle, I'm sitting there, all right, the first day, the stuff that came in that little care package, we'll call it, we'll discuss, but I'm looking at it and we'll get back to that later. Okay. But there wasn't, I guess, anything in there really for me specifically, if that makes sense. There was, and there is, but not necessarily. This one, okay? Same deal. They hand me it, okay? And I asked, I was like, hey, I already won yesterday. Like, should I be getting this? And she's like, yeah, of course. Okay. So I go sit down. Presentation, beautiful presentation, by the way. Well, God, more stuff to talk about, right? So again, I'm sitting in this chair. Presentation finishes. All right, raffle time, and I'm kind of, again, without even really thinking, greedily, I say to myself, you know what? I believed you yesterday, but I still don't. You really want to talk to me? Win me 2 in a row. You really want to shut me the hell up to stop feeling so shocked when I'm spoken to in the ways I feel I am? That's a good way to start, right? And lo behold, here we are. And the things I needed to do, some of the things I need to do the way I want to do them easily, literally came in that set of gifts. Somebody out there is making, and has made, I should say, Mystic Crossroads as a tarot game. Okay. Not that I work with these people or am promoting it. This is a great idea, in my opinion, but this is one of the things I was given. Okay. In that little set of things, some dice. These dice come with numbers, planets, and runes. Okay? They're perfect. 6-sided die. There are 4 of these. These are cute for just a little miniature read. All right? There are 2 more die that are just numbered 1 through 6. If you've ever read Lon Milo Duquette's everyday oracles or ordinary oracles, I think it's called, or any other various system that you so choose, you can roll 2 6-sided die to get various combinations that lead us to major arcana in the tarot, to do very fast, on the fly reads in public. And then you can roll one of these. It'll have a rune, it'll have a planet, it'll have a number. You can roll all 4, you can roll 2. Just study material, okay? Those of you attempting to join the queue, I have to apologize. I don't think the queue even works for YouTube. This is my first stream back after a while. I got a lot to talk about. I will definitely try to get you a read, okay? If I don't miss it. There are so many happy birthdays. All of you are so sweet. Thank you very much. Let's see if this works. It does. Thank you very much. Somebody just asked for a reading, did they not? Elaine, yeah? Somebody. I see a few joins. I don't know who's first. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna blab on and on and on. Seriously, I've got so much to talk about. Any more? Seriously, for me though? This is the mobile to-go kit for tarot. All right, there are 3 astrological dice, 2 6-sided die. This is all I need to speak to you in the stars anymore. Okay, the second part of the gift that came to me was this deck. I don't have a deck, all right? If you are following along, if any of the things I am saying make sense to you, but don't, this is the deck to get. All right, this is kind of your starting point. In tandem with this book. Okay? There are others, but within this are short enough versions, if you will, that get you into the actual, to me, truer meanings of these cards, as they do not shy away from the negative shadow of each card. They tell it true. Whereas the Rider-Waite-Smith deck that we are using here is a little shallow in comparison to the gigantic pool we are swimming in. Right? Each of these cards comes with titles for the most part. Until I remember them all, I needed a small little booklet. Right? Something that's, I wish, were leather bound and this size, right? That had all these titles in it. What I'm working on now is a refined version of Tarot Wheel. Can't see it on here, it's all screwed up, but this is my quick zoom in, zoom out, start explaining until it's buried in here. It's just practice. It's the reason these are on me now. This is to represent, well, 108 things to meditate on. All right. This is yin and yang, the 12 zodiac, the 78 tarot cards, the 10 Sapphira, the 6th senses. All right. I'll leave number 6 to you. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't even know where to start with any of this at all. Mainly just wanted to come here and do reads. So why don't I shut up and we'll read. My mind is just going a million miles an hour, and yet I have to sit here and just shh. Calm. See, like this, like that, right there. Be like them. Okay. I don't know. Let me see if the join queue actually works. I don't think it does. It does not at all. So yeah, YouTube still screwed up. Sorry. Who was actually next for a reading? Hi, Elaine, thank you. Grace, yes. Lake and Abyss, are you still here? I guess not. Okay. Let me get these off the table. Okay. Until I get some things sorted out production-wise, I mean, Christ. You can see the green screen is all screwed up back there. It's not covered down. Yeah. Stuff, things. All right. There are various imperfections. In the interest of not doing what I did previously and just hiding until everything is perfect, we're gonna do it live. Well, things are broken and don't work. Just hope it all works out. All right. So, Grace, ready? Put this crap away. I'm not ready. You're probably ready. Everybody but me, very likely ready. We need this guy. We'll do this over here. I took you to the wrong one. Is it here? No, that is the right one. Okay. So, need more room. Okay. Just in case you weren't here for the first one, I like to do other reads within the reads just to kind of confirm. Okay. Grace, you are March 9th, leaving us March Aries something. So I think your card is already on the table, which makes this even more interesting. March 9th? No, you're Pisces moon. Okay. So yeah, I'm crazy. I just need your birthday day. Your year, okay, for anybody in the future watching this or even now, protect your year. Okay? Just for here, we don't really need it. For me to properly utilize your year, we can typically do it. It just takes time. I have to do the numerology, pull out your cards. It's a lot. Not what we're doing right now. Another time. But in case you didn't notice, last time. In short, God, it just makes me want to start doing it. Son of a bitch. These are Elder Futhark runes, okay? I just like to grab one. See what it says for you. You got one more that refuses to leave here. So, you get two. This one can't even be reversed. So, let's get them on the screen. I like to do Lenormand pulse. I would still love doing them. We're just not doing it right now. Sorry. We need nope. No, yeah. Okay. So, just to start. All right. These are your runes. Okay. We get Perth. Okay. This quite literally, well, you can view this as kind of our spiritual connection in a way. Okay? So, this paired with breakthrough, all right, a blocked, well, I mean, as you see here, a blocked initiation. Okay? But again, this thing for me trying to close my little box would not let me close the box without taking it with us. Food for thought. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying, okay? Moving on. We'll make these a little smaller over here, okay? Batman, sure, for now. Your cards. We've got the Queen, the Page, Emperor, Eight Cup, and Magician. All right. Okie dokie. Ready? Sorry. All right. Well, we start with fire. Okay, thank goodness. Well, God, it seems we're going to be talking about this planet a lot today. Those of you unaware, Mercury will be in retrograde in approximately 10 days, at least for where I am now. June 30th, okay? I expect to see a whole lot of Mercury stuff coming up. Don't be surprised if you are too. Gentle public announcement, I guess. While we're at it, okay? Further justification that I'm insane. I'm not sure where you are, all right? But where I am right now, I am currently under a Virgo moon, okay? Meaning, well, if you're wondering why I came out of hiding, all right? We're in deep, deep study at the moment, but I'm attempting to, spread the knowledge. We're feeling very emotional and cherry, is what I'm trying to get at here, okay? But internally, mine just wants to do what sixes do and explode everywhere. Anyway, the Magician here, okay? This is our proclamation of power. In case you are unaware, within tarot there are 3 different septenaries, 3 groups of 7, okay? This is the first card in the first group of 7. This is the first breath of the soul. These are my tools. Here is how I will use them. This is in sphere 8. Okay, this is again Mercury, our wonderful communicator. All right, in most cases, but this is again, we talked earlier on this. This is the sphere of splendor, which I don't want to get too much into here. I could not explain it to you well enough if I wanted to, but even still, I don't have enough time for that, right? So, this is a confusing card to get in your first spot for fire, because this is literally the presence of all 4 elements, but technically ruled by a planet which is known to be airy, which further demonstrates its point of kind of trickster, lovingly mercurial energy. Everybody wants to call me all at once, all of a sudden. It figures. Anyways, this is all 4 elements, okay, but in their very beginning stages, okay? This is the first time we've kind of called them out to be used, right? So, a good place to be, okay? As long as, we're doing the right things with it. And our air, this is our thoughts, okay? Our perception on things. Very emotional. This would be the card of what I am hopeful for is us leaving behind an old way of feeling, and in order to come to a higher understanding of self, situation, and surrounding. But it can also mean, unfortunately, we leave just before we strike gold. Okay? So our thoughts, it appears to me, and this, for me, weather anyway, Moon and Virgo, okay, that's the High Priestess and the Hermit, basically. Your thoughts are either on giving up, as if there are better pastures, but is that true? Do you know that for certain? And if so, why haven't you left yet? Your third card, our water. Well, this card, clearly, fire and water. This is the fourth card in the first septenary, the first group of 7. The first group of 7 in tarot is where we're really trying to understand ourselves. We're learning, okay? So, this emotionally not only asks us to take charge, but the Emperor, when he pops up, is meant to ask us, in short form, to know thyself. This is fire in a place where water would be, creating steam. Okay? The temperature of said steam will depend completely on you and how well you understand self, situation, and surrounding. How well you use these tools as the ultimate over all kings, communicator, ruler, the ultimate authority figure for structure, for the 4 pillars, the 4 walls. Know thyself. And finally, in earth. Well, we're brought to the pages. The dreamers. We have water and earth, and usually this is a good thing. You may notice on this specific interpretation of this art that there is some blood splatter. Why? Dreamers get hurt. Okay? We, unfortunately, those of us that dream, sometimes dream too big. We lose touch with reality. And what appears in this cup as a friendly fish is in fact a serpent waiting to strike. But we are too new in our adventure emotionally to know which is true. We must approach the situation more practically if we are to exist in the realm of Malkuth, the very real world where you and I live. This asks us not only to peer in the cup for possibility, but to parse possibility from actual practicality. To our 5th card, the Spirit. Well, this brings us back to our queens. Okay, we had to talk about the king in order to talk about the queen who feels as though her throne is no longer a throne. Okay? This is, in a sense, I mean, look at the card up right. It is a card of obsession and deep love. When I say obsession, I mean replace the pentacle with a newborn child. Of course you obsess over it. It's truly precious. In this case, the pentacle is to represent, well, whatever it is you were working with, but where we once served it, or it once served us, reciprocal, in some cases, this garden no longer feels like home. And then you say something like that, Grace. So, when we see the Queen, the Emperor, the Magician, the Page, take note, you've got one singular minor arcana card on the table, and its number is Strength. Back to Mercury, the communicator. Pages, there's no number on this. These are people, and typically they are female, and I would argue typically when I see a page, it's you. Male or female, it's you. The Magician is you, the Emperor is you, the Page is you, the Queen is you. Okay? If you want a summation, okay? This is literally you're being asked to take the power back. All right? These cards tell me, all right, I wander this earth in public anymore, returning the power of God, and I mean that in the very literal sense, back to you, the person, not as though I have that thing, whatever that power is to give. I'm just saying, I wander this earth to remind you the power of God, that's you. Okay? You have that power. There's a whole sea of demigods walking around you that you may want to take heed of, but you, the things you do, by very definition, are the things gods do. Okay? I don't want to say that there's not. Whatever your personal religious belief is, however, as far as I'm concerned, Jesus walked this earth preaching against the churches. I do the same. I wish for you to know you cannot purchase spirituality off a shelf. It already comes within. You have all the tools you need. Take them back and use them wisely. Please. It's this wonderful premise. All right, I cannot remember where exactly I read it, but God does not exist without us, and us without God. All right, what is God but the thought of man? Right, but what is man without gods? Or God-duh, or whatever you want to make of that, okay? Have fun figuring that shit out. But as far as I am concerned, you, every single person on this planet Earth, you're a version of God walking around. You are one snapshot of the literal galaxies wandering before me. I honor you. I wish to meet you, and I wish you to meet yourself. I'm very happy to hear that, Grace. It's all I want to do with my life. If it were up to me, I would sit here all day and do this. I hope whatever you're going through, Grace, you reclaim this power and use it not only to your own benefit, but to be a blessing to those around you, such as your daughter, anyone around you. Evil or otherwise, confirmed or conceptually. Thanks for letting me read for you. And truly, bless you. Good luck. There's a new fun thing for me. The words bless you have started coming out of me a whole lot more. Don't know when that started. You're very welcome. Somebody, I don't mean to move. God, clearly I'm not breakneck speed here. Who is next for a reading, please? I truly do not have a list right now that works. I gotta fix all this stuff. I'm like so disjointed today. Man. Melissa then. Oh, Raven. God. Raven. I don't see the message that it even put you in the queue. It's Borkin. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Does that work? I was trying to get our queue working again. It doesn't work, sorry. Oh, wait. It said closed. How about to open? Can someone try and join again, please? Specifically from Twitch, I don't know that it works on YouTube. We'll see. No, definitely not. Okay, no big deal. I will figure that out later. It was on for 2 seconds and now it doesn't work. Couldn't tell you. I wonder if I can do it. Did I even do it right? Nope. No big deal. We're just gonna have to talk amongst ourselves. Who is next? I'm so sorry. I will try my best to get to you guys. I do have people trying to get a hold of me. Yeah, I gotta take a quick break. All right, I gotta make a couple phone calls. It's birthday day. People are trying to get the hell a hold of me. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. Y'all, my friends are delivering some gifts. I'm gonna be back in just a few minutes. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. Everybody's gone, I'm sure. I'm back. uh, one of my best friends in the whole damn world. We share birthdays. Just came by. And I say again, we share birthdays. He knows I like suits. So he got me this, which I cannot wait to use. I don't know how. But I will need the tool. This is new for me. Man, we'll figure that out. Yeah. He also gave me some suit jackets. So give me one sec. Thank you. You know who you are, by the way. I'm gonna hang this up. I wish I could wear this right now, but well, due to circumstances, AC is not great here. It's hot. One moment. Okay, we're back. Thank you for waiting. What cool gifts. What sweet people in my life. I'm so lucky. I think somebody joined. They did. Somebody subscribed. Thank you very much. Lycan says don't use it. I don't know what I'm dealing with there, really, but, well, I asked to know the unknowing, or the unknown, so, here we are. We'll investigate further at another time. Who next? Lycan or Raven? Gosh, we have multiple people, I think, that say they're next. Who's actually next? I see Melissa. I see Scott. Fuck. I need to figure out an actual working queue system. I know someone from Twitch was next. Who from Twitch is next? If you're still here. If you can't tell, my brain is firing perfectly, right? I'm just an effective machine. Lycan? Is it you? If it is, it's your turn. I gotta put these away. Supposed to shuffle them. Well, no Lycan? Okay. I think we're waiting on me at that rate then. Hello? I still exist. There is no working join command right now. But yes, we're just kind of doing it. I'm trying to get to everybody as I can, Yeah, I've been busy. So, Lycan, you're still with me, yes? No, I haven't streamed in like 4 months. On purpose. We've been studying. Some stuff and things have happened. Things have changed. Lycan, are you ready for a reading? I offer you the same as everybody else, all right? I am not a future fortune teller in any variety. I will not answer questions about someone else's past, present, future, current doings, etc. Not how this works. Right? 5-card energy spread, which is what I recommend for literally everybody coming through my attempted educated hands. 5 it is. Oh, man. I looked right at it, and it's hard for me to take it away from you, but this is what I immediately looked at. I'm not meant to do that. It's supposed to be random. I picked a gift for you. All right. So we're back to these guys. So we'll pull these up in a minute. Gebo and Iwaz, I believe, or Awaz. Gift and something? Or no? I will find out. 5 cards. So, that's flute. Let's go to the right one, please. This guy. So, remember, I read backward. Okay? So, you say, dang, why? How come? I really wish. This will be fine. We start here. This way, okay? Reversed cards indicate a blockage. A shadow we must at least acknowledge it exists. If these concern you, I do not mean it rudely, but I am not the reader for you. The entire body of my work is to confront the shadow. Not necessarily on purpose, but it comes up. Okay? I'm not here to frighten you at all. I'm just literally here to help you see it. And if I can, give you a tool to work with it, attack it, to cut it, whatever it is you are trying to do. So, you get, well, very much so fire and fire. Right out the gate, huh? Judgment. We've talked about judgment on stream already today, but this card is just before you're reaching nirvana, is what it's meant to imply. You are weighed, and not just you, and I don't mean your doings necessarily. This isn't how you get to heaven. There's not a list of everything you've done. This is the concept of something coming truly to form after extreme dedication. Okay? In this very basic art, it's meant to represent the trumpet of Gabriel, if you will, the end of times, and, if you will, rising from the grave to a higher purpose, heaven, service of God. In a more internalized sense, this asks us, were we able to balance the forces of the literal world as we know it to achieve whatever this goal might be? okay? In the grander sense, in terms of as above, so below, this is meant to enlighten us, to bring us to a state of pure balance and harmony, okay? Here, being blocked fire, we're being asked, are we truly committing to whatever this thing is that we have put our very heart into? Okay? Have we done the necessary work to earn what we're asking for, or even what we have in terms of this kind of drive to do this thing, whatever this might be for you? Okay? Let me get your other cards on the table here. You're followed immediately by, I argue, good news. Frankly, this is us free, hopefully, from chains of implied bondage. Okay? Everybody views the devil as this, this furry beast. This is sex. This is lust, drugs, overeating, right? Think of any sin you can name. Well, these are the enticing parts of life, okay? The juicy fat bits that don't tell you about how much cholesterol is about to kill you, all right? They're temptations. They are trials that can be overcome. Here, in the space of air, okay? The devil, well, appears we're getting the upper hand of some negativity in our lives. Perhaps in this case, okay, you could very literally be blind to the fact that temptation is here at all, the opportunity to be deceitful in some manner, even if only to yourself. Okay, this is what the mind is on. I don't know if this relates to someone else, considering there are 3 figures in the card. I'm here. You're here. The devil's always with us. Temptation, to be specific. Okay? Now, if this is just in relation to you, you're here, the devil's there. Who's the third? Something to think about. This tells me we may potentially have an unrealistic viewpoint of someone in our lives who actually is, well, perhaps not a great influence. Or at least in the present, themselves dealing with, understanding, addiction, temptation, lust, etc. Okay? Our emotions, well, they tie directly into why I'm making comments about being a little blind to potentially another person, maybe yourself. As you can see on the art, well, we are blinded. But there's no one around. Okay? We're back to the sphere, the Sephira of 8, splendor. Okay? Mercury. We're back in the mind with the swords. 8 being the number of mastery. But in this case, the mind has mastered you. Your own thoughts betray your own life. Your own willpower. The very thing that drives you forward has now stopped you from even peeking out from beneath this blindfold we've put on. We're not open to new thoughts. We're not leaving this personal little hellhole. Saying right here. Right? Oh, thank you for the sub. So, this card, whenever I see this, I want you, please, I ask you, now we're on the other side. We could see this figure's hands. What's in your hands? Are they bound? Are we handcuffed? Is there a key? Are you bound at all? Can we not just freely use the hands to perhaps look at things from a bit of a different perspective? Remember, behind us, a city, the place we came from. where, I don't know, we've got family, friends, community, support, libraries of vast knowledge, you know, other ways to think about stuff. I don't know if this is you or someone else, but we come to the very real realm of Earth, furthering my suspicion that someone is clearly not in touch with the true reality of things, and whatever this matter is in relationship to. Our Knight of Swords tells us, well, this is the wild adventurer, but riding the war horse. Where that war is, they do not care, but they are going to it. Period. More sword thought. Okay? So you have air and earth, but blocked air. So barren, dry, desert earth. There's no life there. Right? This is an unwinnable war with the self. You will arrive at the destination and no one will be there to meet you, victory or otherwise. The final card, the most important card. This is the card of many choices, okay? Now, we're in the 7th Sephira, okay? Netzach, ruled by Venus, the beautifier. All right? 7 is the number of the test. And I mean quite literally mystery. What the test is, what the rules are, how you pass and fail. Good luck. But it is a test, and you'll know it. Sometimes you won't know it until it's over. But this card speaks on, finally, in spirit, we have some clarity. No longer are we staring at multiple different avenues, multiple different ways of feeling in our cups, different subject matters entirely. Instead, pick one. Confusion blocked, leading to either A, we still don't understand fully what's happening. And again, I say, these cards are the read of someone who's in denial about either themselves or someone else's thinking, feeling, doings. I cannot say what. Okay, but the spirit very much so knows the truth. This would be a reading for somebody that I would ask to, well, frankly, it's time to go have an honest conversation with yourself or someone else. Lycan, just so you can see these a little easier. I totally forgot I was doing this. These are your, whoa, digital cards. Boop. This might help you. All right. To finish, though, you received a gift. Where is Gabbo? Where you is? But God, it's been so long since I looked at these, I can't even find anything anymore. So, it's in here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, I can't find it. It's the X, man. All right? Just trust me. All right? I mean, you see it down there. It's a gift, okay? I promise. I don't know which fucking one it is. Hi, Cloudy. How are you? God, I want to find this now. Which damn one is it? No. Oh, I'm staring right at it. I'm so sorry. These are your runes, okay? Been a while, Cloudy. How are you? So, at the very start of all of this, okay? We were talking about reversals in the chat there, why these are concerning, why some people don't like them, right? Well, this message literally came in the form of like a Bible verse in a way, man. It comes to tell you, please do not fear. Thank you so much, Cloudy. I think everybody's tired. We're Moon in Virgo right now. Everybody's a little introspective, a little, you know, just going through some emotional instigation with the self, I suppose we'll put it at, but privately, right? Privately. Lycan, do you have questions before I send this back your way? I don't see anything here that's, well, you got one thing I would reverse, but that's none of my damn business too, right? I think so. That's part of the reason I've been gone forever. I get off work and the first thing I want to do is go to sleep. I don't usually, but I'm frozen. I can't even move. My brain. It's too much. I have a job. I'm thankful for it. Next question, please. Yeah. Everything I do in my life from this point forward is in an effort to get me into a position where this, in some form or another, is my job. Hi. I'm so sorry. There's people in the other chats that are probably talking. Scott, are you still here? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. I don't think anybody in YouTube land is talking. Oh, boy. Cloudy. Ha, you sweetheart. Scott, my friend. Well, what I do here on this channel, all right, is more to speak about you in the present moment, rather than if you'll get one job or the other, okay? I am willing to work with you a bit here, though. And I want to stress extremely, okay? This type of read, this two-path kind of which one, all right? This is truly delving into the realm of the mystical unknown and irrational, okay? No longer are we staying in the happy house of astronomy-based reads, okay? We still can to a degree, but in terms of how they interact with you, becomes a little more muddied and confusing, all right? So I can do that, but there's no real easy way for me to ask which one you get, right? From a card draw, you're asking a storyteller for a single word, and that is not how this language comes out of me, at least. Okay? Cloudy, you're going crazy. Thank you. So, which job you'll get? Honestly, the best thing I can do for you all right, is not answer which job you're going to get interviewed by. It's just going to be to give you a general read. Okay? I mean that in no disrespectful way, but I don't have a good way to really ask for this and get an answer that would serve you. We'll try, just to try, okay? But afterward, I'm gonna try my way. All right, we'll see. Let's see if we're even talking about the same thing, right? I would expect something to do. Okay, that works too. I was thinking, righto, like the journey, but I think this is the rune for horse blocked, which is movement still. So we'll figure it out. But I gotta put these away. I gotta figure out my camera situation. You guys need to see over there a little better. I got crap camera for the spread, but works for now. I dislike that you can't see that I'm shuffling. It makes me feel like a hack and as if I am lying, but I'm not. So right here, promise. I guess I could just do it here, huh? Okay. I have no idea where this leads us, Scott. Okay. This could be an uncomfortable story or a very happy one. I have no idea. We'll find out. Does it lead you anywhere that tells you what to do? So, no. No, you haven't missed your turn. I still got a little breath in me for what we're doing here, so no, ma'am. Sir, ma'am, whatever. No, you didn't. Still here. We're doing a reading for Scott in YouTube right now. You guys can't see Scott talking, sadly. Scott G4S. All right. Let me maybe help us here. Name. Okay. There you go. That's who we're reading right now. Sorry, I forgot that part. Been a while since I've done this. So, we're immediately faced with the Eight of Cups, okay? So, you're asking about being interviewed. No worries. That's okay. I may need your participation to get an answer, but I love you're saying you have to rewatch, and here's the card of walking away. This is literally titled The Lord of Abandoned Success. Okay? I can't really read for you if you're not here. This is meant to imply we're about to elevate to a place of higher understanding, hopefully. Okay? So, next card. Again, your question is which of these two jobs, AWS or Starbucks? The only way I can really do this is to interpret number art. We are denied, my friend. Okay? You ask me for really an impossible question to answer. Which of these two? Who says either one does, right? Or answered immediately with the magician's wand. Okay? The very first wand we ever make or are handed, more specifically, your fire, this passion. Blocked. Okay? If you want the truth from just that, view it one of two ways. No, you may not know the answer, or neither one. Start looking for something else. basically. Real short order, just a flat out no. I would have been looking more so for, I don't know, kings, pages, knights, you know, cards with people in them doing something. This is the wand that you cast a spell with that blows up in your face, man. I would not put my eggs in those baskets. Either one, frankly. But don't know. For me, personally, this is a flat out denial of service. Okay? This is just how this works, right? This is not something I can answer. This is something that time must tell. Sorry. You're very welcome, though. Good luck either way. Who was next? Mystical, were you next? Remember, sorry guys, the join doesn't work right now. I gotta figure all this crap out. Well, looks like it's you now. It's really okay. Raven, Mystical, whoever. Who has an immediate need for their read, right? Yes. Cloudy. Cloudy, I'm so glad you're here. If you are still here. I haven't showed. All right. So 2 weeks ago, you weren't here when I was talking about this. 2 weeks ago, I went to LA. It was a birthday gift from friends. Literally funded my flight and my hotel. Okay. To be there for this big, not big, but like a tarot event. I didn't know it at the time, and it's not that I view this negatively, but the event was, one of the primary themes of it was feminism. And anybody that has an issue with that, by the way, because I had this come up while we were there, seeing a male at a feminist, even like mildly endorsed event should communicate, I hope, to the world that there are those of us of the male variety attempting to reincorporate some principles of femininity in their lives and encouraging others to do the same, non-binary or otherwise, right? So, just some frame of mind here, but that all to kind of lead into, I won 2 main prizes while I was there. Just gifts upon gifts, but a ton of decks, okay? I mean, these things aren't even open yet. I'm poor. I can't afford to buy this shit. This is like hundreds of dollars of stuff. I'm so lucky, and yet none of it is for me. I need to give all of these things away. Here's one. This is the Lubanko Tarot, okay? We have the Soul Reflections Tarot, okay? The Dream Keepers Tarot. I met Liz Huston. She's very cool. Blood Moon Tarot by Sam Guai. Okay, there are more. I brought a suitcase with me that had like the bare minimum of my clothes in it. Like you could pull it, you know, wiggle it, and it's just empty space. And I left, I could barely zip it up. It's like the little carry-on free size bag. It was about to explode with stuff. I bought one thing while I was there. One specific purchase I made, okay? This is all I bought. Everything else sought me out like a missile. It was crazy. Jeep, which... Oh, dang it. Do you have the Ian Daniels Vampire? I do not. I was going to say, if you saw it over here, I'll send it to you. Well, this leads me... I know it's somebody's turn for a read. I'm sorry, Mystical, whoever it is, please tell me. You probably already did. Vibe check. It's Mystical. It's your turn. Sorry. I don't know how to say this correctly. Okay? I mean, no offense to any of these artists that I'm like these decks that I'm saying I would like to give away. They're just not for me. And I mean that because I'm staring at stuff like this. Okay? This has astronomical signs on it. There are degrees. These mean things. Very more specific system I am using style things. Okay? It's not to say that they are better or worse. They are better for the way I wish to communicate with you. Right? They just talk more to me than these other decks do. And even this does not do what I want it to do. It has the titles, but the pictures are not for the layman. They're for a hermeticist. They're for a nerd like me, not the layman. I'm trying to bring this to everybody. Those interpretations of these decks, these tarot decks, oracle decks, whatever, again, no disrespect, but they have lost touch with the fact that this is meant to communicate with the system of astrology in some way. That is not the only way to divine for me in this moment. It's what I'm talking about. When we lose that meaning in these cards for the sake of new beautiful art, I have to step away. I cannot teach this in my classroom. I'm sorry. Right? This is meant to be for later when you already have the foundations of the system in tarot, and then you may use a theme deck as you damn well please because you understand the underlying workings. Just me. But it truly breaks my heart. This was the first gift I got while I was in LA. Just for being there, walking in the damn door, they gave me this. This deck, while beautiful art, well, has no place on my table, sadly. And I mean completely. Which is heartbreaking for me, because I love Lord of the Rings. But what they have done to the art is unfortunate for my work. Beautiful paintings, but fundamentally fucking meaningless. It's infuriating. Anyway, Mystical Moodlet, you have patiently been waiting forever for a read from me. I forgot. Cloudy, I was telling you all this stuff because you were around in a time when I was still trying to figure out what the hell deck to even use. And now, of course, when I understand myself, what does the universe do? Bring me things that now I want to give back to you guys. Sometime in the future here, I'm going to start giveaways. These will be part of that. Now I have a job too. I can actually buy a tarot deck to give away each month. Anyway, a rune. Let's see. Chicken foot. Upside down, though. We'll talk about that. It's not an actual chicken foot, but it does look like a chicken foot. So you can see. I keep forgetting there's a camera over there. See? Upside down chicken foot. I'm giving you a 5 card. These reads take way longer. There's a whole lot to cover here. And I am having to condense what the hell I am saying just to try to be understandable to some fucking degree. Ready? These do not want to leave us today, do they? Okay. We get... Hey. Not that. This. The... What? Emperor. Yeah. We need this guy. We need this. No. This guy. Get out of here. We need this one again. I may have to switch decks. We got some cards that want to talk a whole lot today, so just to confirm, there's no weirdness going on here, you know? Probably pick another deck after this one. Okay. No. And you got Chickenfoot. Where's Chickenfoot? Remember? Do you remember where Chickenfoot was? Oh, there's Chickenfoot. Okie dokie. Boop. Upside down. So, we can view this. Well, what is the opposite of protection? A weakness, an opening, right? Somewhere we are potentially vulnerable. I cannot say. There we go. Fixing the name. So, fire has, well, blocked fire. Okay. So, mystical moodlet. This is the card of the ruler of the sign of the ram. All right? This is our card of know thyself. It's the number 4 of structure, order, a built system in place that is meant to serve you, but obviously your kingdom, but ultimately, right? Look at how huge this dude's rod of power is, right? It's enormous. Just to make a point, right? Mine's bigger. Me. Know thyself. So, we are not feeling very much as though we are in control of our lives, it would seem, based off of just what this tells me. Furthered more by strength reversed. This is the card of air, but fire blocked in air. So, this may not be a blockage. This could be strength. Fire. Well, uncontrolled. This lion has no volume knob. Its handler, not present. It roams the town screaming, biting the necks, and murdering as it pleases. Or not. Okay? Typically, though, in air, this is our will being imposed on. Somebody has their thumb on us, typically. Okay? Moving on to our water, our emotions. This is a card of curse against the literal earth itself. This is the system is rigged against me. Holy, there is no way for me to win. Right? This is feeling like an outcast. Right? The very forces of well, not even just, right, like work and friendship and just how life works. I mean, like the very cosmic forces. It feels like these are not on our side. They're all disorderly. They show themselves, but perhaps in an ugly way, right? Furthermore, though, by confrontation. Okay? And our final element here, our queen. Or excuse me, our tower. The epiphany. But the epiphany blocked. You'll notice in this card's art, in this version anyway, the figures in it, okay? Doesn't matter which way you put them. They're coming out the tower one way or another. Willingly or not. Okay? I like to call this the card of epiphany, though. This card happens immediately after the devil. The choice of, well, being tested. Okay? Are we truly bound to these shackles, or was your foundation strong enough? This is meant to represent obviously not, right? So this is a different perspective, all right, in the literal world, but in this case, the epiphany blocked. The realization, the actual transformation that should have taken place, that would have brought life to this Frankenstein we're trying to build of the higher self, but blocked. And finally, in spirit, we have every single card here blocked but one, and it is the passionate queen. Blinded by the sunflower she has used her oversized wand to create, rather than focusing on the purpose of passion to begin with. So, as I see it, this is another read for someone who is perhaps out of touch with actual reality of things. Okay? Thinking that effectively being in this position brings power, and it does not. That is a misconception. It might, temporarily, and maybe even extended lengths of time, but it is ruling from a place of water and fire. Okay? What happens to water and fire? When used correctly, they can temper each other, but one way or the other too much, and the other is extinguished or evaporated. This card requires truly not emotional introspection, but a marriage with the rational as well as the real world. What we think and feel may not be in alignment with the reality of the world. And furthermore, with this being a protection at the very end of it here, this kind of hard-headedness, okay, this refusal to accept things for what they are and understand how you exist within them, does not lead you to a place of protection, as you should be in. I want to make note, obviously, this isn't like some great force coming to find you in the middle of the night. It just means that we may make rash decisions. Okay, we may not read all the fine print. We may speak before we truly know. This can manifest in many ways. For me, this would be a test of this queen, to temper this fire. Use it appropriately. Remember, perfect balance in water and fire, potentially, but extremely difficult. You have quite the task in front of you. But if anything, for me, if I were to receive this, this is the most like gentle hand on the shoulder of like, hey man, you might be fucking up. You might not be, but you might be too. Have you really asked yourself that lately? Right? When was the last time we really double checked ourselves? How we interact with everybody? Are we coming from a place of ego or a place of abundance? Not wishing for anybody to give us anything, but truly just wishing to give, to be part of the bigger picture in whatever way that is meaningful to you. Things to think about. We don't have many numbers to work with on here. Oh, no, wait a minute. $30? I think this leads to 3. Let's find out. We'll take all our numbers. 4, 8, 10. What is this? 16? 38 leads to 11, leads to 2. So, if you want the very condensed version of this, here's your focal point for when you leave here. Okay? This is the card of the gatekeeper of our intuition and inner knowing. She's what prevents you from diving into the well of knowing everything and losing your fucking mind. Dissolving back to the universe from whence you came. That special place. All right? You can interact with her, but you cannot dive into that well without going absolutely insane. Basically, your job is to learn how to commune with her. Get yourself a rainbow moonstone, for instance. Go outside and talk to your moon mother or father or whatever it is for you, and learn what she is saying, or he. All right? You have homework to do, it would seem. Welcome, new friends. Sorry, the join feature is not working at all. We're doing the best with what we got. I'm trying to just spread some love, do some readings for people on my birthday. Thank you so much for everybody. I in my idiocy, I forgot very clearly people would come on here and want to celebrate my birthday, and I'm literally here to try to give you a gift on my birthday. I'm not a smart man. I truly came on just to give away readings for my birthday. I'm going to be doing the same when I go outside later. Happy birthday to you. Another Gemini. All that to tell you, the join function is broken right now. I don't have it in me. I'm so sorry to fix it right now, but I will soon enough. For now, who's next? We have two different queues, if you will. People in Twitch and people in YouTube. So, somebody surely would like a reading. Or, if not, I'm just gonna, well, you're gonna listen to the ravings of a madman about several books. I'm finally to the point. People were begging me, not begging, but I had been asked a lot to just get on camera and just talk. Pretty much. Doesn't matter about what, but just speak. And now, if people are willing to listen, I'm going to introduce them to concepts that I hope will teach them how to enlighten themselves. That's the goal. And I can sit here and do that for hours and hours. Coming soon to a YouTube near you, I hope. On a more regular basis, we'll see. For now, who's next? How do I get into the queue, you ask? Somebody said me. Raven, you have been here a minute. I hope. Mystical, do you have any questions about that reading if you're still here? Happily. I'm going to do a reading for Raven. I'm going to do one for... Who else? Who asked? Guidance, etc. and Heavy Burn 78. Yes, absolutely. Raven from Twitch first, please. 5 check. I have been referring to this spread for a while now. It was short for elemental. Okay? It's meant to be 7 cards, but 2 of which are private most of the time. But they're meant to be your birthday day card and your astrological star sign card. Sometimes they come up in a reading anyway. Sometimes I carry around 2 decks for this very reason. So, my version of a 5 check anymore is the 5 spread you've been seeing. 5 cards, 2 hidden. Those are kind of, well, between us and the wall. But okay. Boop. And it's a B and it's backward. I can tell you that. Dang it. Ah, your birthday is right when retrograde starts where I live. Let me get these out of here, sorry. So, let's get your cards on the table. As well, I cannot remember what this rune is. B, oh. Oh boy. Well. Berkana, that's right. Hi, blessed one. All of my readings are free, my dear, for the most part. I mean, unless we're starting to get into a few hour stuff. I'm to the point now where we can actually talk about astrology. Okay? Shit's gotten weird over here, but natal charts can be actually interpreted by me now. I do a form of tarot astrology, basically. I'm turning planets into tarot cards so I can talk to you about them. A lot going on here. But yes, all my readings are free. I'm not here for your money. I just want you to learn. Don't get me wrong, eating's cool. Donate if you want to, but I'm poor. I assume you're fucking poor too. I don't give a shit. We're all poor. I just want to help. That's all. Growth blocked, Raven. Growth blocked. And then followed by... I'm very happy to see this. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. I love the Knight of Cups so much. Okay. I see what is happening here anyway. Oops, that's not like that. All right. Remember, overarching theme, growth. But blocked. Okay? Well, shit. This, let's talk about this, okay? I don't know how much I should really go into this, but this truly tells me that you are already aware of this. All right, Raven? This tells me that you already knew about this thing that you've been dealing with, and it's been needing an answer from you for a minute, and not a subtle one, right? It's, well, let's begin. Your first card, we need, oh yeah, we already did, okay, good. Your first card here, Knight of Cups, okay? These are our adventurers. This one in particular, I'm gonna flip it upside, well, I'll do it over here. This one in particular, this is our show horse, okay? I mean, pure white, all right? We don't, this horse, you don't go in the mud. This is not a workhorse in the same sense. This horse delivers a rider of romance, all right? However, take note, this quote-unquote river, this stream, more like it, this small, narrow body of water, all right, is not necessarily far in the distance, okay? This is the impracticality of this wanderer, this romantic, you know, poet. This is where our mind is. Our fire is in a better state, I would argue, due to it being blocked, but we're still in this state of being this hopeless romantic with this thing we're in love with for whatever reason. And it would appear to me it's either not being reciprocated, or it's just flat out just not there. It's only there for one of us. But this comes on the very real, for me anyway, rather emotionally dense night. Okay? They're, excuse me, mentally dense, emotionally deep, but they do not understand exactly how deep the river they're trying to cross is or is not, right? They could be walking into a whole realm of things they have never encountered, or this could be a walk in the park. We don't know. It's very confused water and fire, blocked water and fire. Okay, leading us to air. More cups. Are you, I mean, every one of your cards has a cup in it, but the last one, we're very much so feeling this. So our thoughts are on the bonding of the opposites, however you want to view this, but this is our polarity. This is the 1 and 1 makes 2 when 2 makes 3. This is the 2 coming together in search of the goal is to make something better, right? The 2 transmute to make a third thing, someone, something, an idea, a feeling, whatever. Our thoughts are heavy on this. Positively, I may add. This tells me that we are starting to at least approach the scenario with some more reality in our minds. Okay? Onto our page of cups. Back to the dreamer. Okay? So, we had this understanding initially that perhaps we don't know this romantic situation we may want to find ourselves in, this wonderful adventure that doesn't seem to be leading very well at the moment, but we've got love on the mind, a connection with our feelings. Literally, again, the dreamer, the pages. Okay? This is the snake inside the cup, posing as the fish. We must truly look within the cup to understand the reality of our emotions and where they lead us. It's not to say we cannot have fun with them, but are they real? Do they lead us to a place of abundance, of love? And then into Earth, the blocked magician, all four of the elements, but technically ruled by Mercury, air. Blocked. This is the first card that happens after your soul's first breath. This is supposed to be our proclamation of power, our understanding of our instruments. Your breath, your brain, your heart, your soul itself. Blocked. In Earth, in Malkuth, the very real present here. Finally leading, well, I'm not sure exactly how you want to take this. Your rune is about growth that is blocked. If you look, even just in this art beautifully, here's you blocking this growth, and from it are two branches, these break points from this blockage, just artistically, not even in meaning of the actual card. Yeah? You can literally, in my mind, artistically, smash through this growth with new fire, a brand new wand. Okay? That's perhaps a new hobby, perhaps a new attitude and how we approach this. We're saying, doing different things completely out of the norm. But it is to remind us that the wand you hold already has life on it. Okay? You can literally see it in the art there. All the little sprouts from it, involuntarily or otherwise, they're there. The mere act of holding power in your hand creates. It is inevitable. Whether it is good or bad, remains wholly in your hands. Questions, my dear? I keep forgetting to do this part. Oh, and some colon stuck in there. That's a sentence I will never say again. Some colon stuck in there. Okie dokie. Whole lot of blocks. But your heart and your head are both in very innocent places. Protect them at all costs, please. Important things, those. Yeah. Very. To me, at least. And not in like some metaphorical fucking sense either. I mean, the contents that go in to the mind and the heart. I'm not trying to be condescending to you at all. I'm being very, very serious. You're somebody I would highly recommend doing some intentional grounding exercise on both. Conversation for somewhere else, but you know. Thank you for letting me read for you, Raven. We're coming back to YouTube. I'm not sure who in YouTube land was next. Guidance, etc. was next. Are you still here? No, that reading was for this person. See them right there? Them. Guidance, etc. was next. Thanks for waiting. Boop. Alrighty. I said I was going to switch decks, didn't I? Okay. This has brought us some repeat cards a couple times, so we're going to switch to something else. Not that I don't trust it, but I don't trust it. Why so many repeats? Which deck? Same thing, smaller. Same but different. For anyone here now or in the future watching this, you do not have to like the video. You don't have to comment. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to do anything. All right? You don't have to donate. Nothing. Patience is all I require for me to get to you for your read. Not to say you aren't having any now, but truly, I don't want anything from you other than to meet the best version of you, your higher self. I want you to be empowered with information that helps you get there so you can go out and be a blessing to other people. I hope. I hope. I think my cat wants outside. One moment, please. Guidance, you are next. I got your name in here, right? I did. One sec, Guidance. The kitty is very upset. Hold, please. I'm coming, kitty. Okay. Hi. Poor cat. Trapped inside. Same kind of system here. Rider-Waite-Smith, just smaller cards. More waterproof. These are usually what I run around outside with for ease. But they're very, very thick. So, someone had asked, I believe in YouTube perhaps, I cannot remember where I just saw it, but someone had asked, can I ask any question? You may. Whether the cards are going to talk about that or not remains to be seen. I'll certainly try. For those of us here though, truly the most useful and meaningful reading I may offer you that I'm aware of and know how to do, even remotely, is just a 5-card read of your energies: fire, air, water, earth, the everlasting spirit, the soul, the 5th element. Okay? Coupled with your birthday day card and your astrological star sign. Just to keep things short, I will happily draw you 5 and tell you what I find. Guidance already says you'll leave it to the cards. So, we'll draw a rune. We'll get a Lenormand involved as well. That was one of the things that I won while I was there. We had talked about this on the stream a while back. I don't know that it was even out yet, but... Oh, it doesn't show up. Haha. This was one of the gifts that I got. They're shaped like little coffins. They're very cute. Let's use them. Why don't we? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, likes, comments, subscriptions, donations, none of these things are applicable here. Appreciated, truly, not a requirement to get a read from me. So, this is my only complaint with these. They're shaped in a way they can't be reversed, and also makes them hard to shuffle. But they're very cute. So, just in case you've never seen them, these are Lenormand cards. We get Rider, Moth or Butterfly. Okay. These have very specific little meanings to them. All right. God, I haven't even done them in a while, but I like to use these as, again, kind of the same way as I use the Elder Futhark runes. They're just confirmation, more information, however you want to look at it. In terms of our Lenormand meetings, though, we have Rider plus what? Moth? Is that what this guy is? I don't know Moth. What would this card be? See, this is the other fun part. Now we got to sit here and figure out what this person meant for that card to be. What's 44? Do we even know? I'm hopeful it'll be at the end. 46, 45, the Moth. So I think this is meant to be Butterfly for me. Something else? Doesn't matter. Okay. This is representative. Our Rider, movement. Obviously, this usually indicates like messages, right? The Rider itself, weirdly, is not the thing they want you to pay attention to in this. All right. It's the fact that they've got a little knapsack with a bunch of letters in it, which I don't even know if this art does. He does. Okay. He's got a head. All right. That's a little different, but a message has arrived. Okay. Pertaining to our spiritual intuition. All right. The symbol to look up and keep in our mind here is the moth. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, moth to the flame. That's us right now. Cool. Now then, Elder Futhark rune. Gonna be one of those days, huh? Lots of reversals. You're not the up one, you're the down one. Is that here? This guy. Okay. So we're dealing with Ansu's territory. All right. So, well, per our notes here, okay, this rune literally is meant to represent like God, okay, the word, okay, but specifically the mouth, meaning how messages get delivered from God. And reminder, while you're here with me, when I'm just talking to you, in general, God is you. Okay? Not in terms of the Almighty, but I mean, in your world, you're God. So it would appear some messages, well, from the great unity have been trying to reach you. Are you there, God? Don't know. Let's find out. I'm missing something. I'm missing multiple somethings. Why? Well, shid. Oh, no, I'm not. It's right here. One sec. Put this away. Let's draw you 5 cards. Oh. Just so you can see. I'll try to remember to do that. See, now the microphone's way over there. I'll figure it out later. This should make it a little easier due to the card size. Okay. Probably can't see them as well, but we still have a repeat card. Okay, I'm sorry, we said some stuff here. Heaven Burns, I don't know what we're talking about here. This is still a reading for this person right there. Okay? Anybody watching this, if you're listening to what I'm saying right now, if your name, your username is not guidance ETC or guidance TC technically, well, you're receiving someone else's interpretation. While that may apply to you, just take note of that. Let's get our cards on the table. So we already know signals. Remember, the mouth of God effectively blocked. However you want to quantify God here, that's I'll leave to you completely. This guy, we've seen this guy multiple times, and now he comes with a new friend. Interestingly. And oh wait, Pentacles. Okay. Your spread. All right. I read from right to left. Okay. Meaning we start way over there. All right. Anybody here asking for future stuff? I do not do future forward telling. Not my thing. Okay. I cannot tell you what someone else is thinking, feeling, doing, or would I? I cannot tell you what or how it happens to you in a week from now, a year from now, a day from now. I can tell you what the astronomical energy will be that day, where you're at, but that is a private service. Now we're talking astrology and astronomy. That you're going to have to pay for, and it costs quite a lot in my mind because it takes a long time. That stuff you can go look up on the website at the top there. These are meant to be rather quick reads. Okay. Guidance ETC. We have Earth and Fire. All right. number 9 in numerology being near completion. 9 is also the sphere, the Sephira of Yesod, the moon. And weirdly, even though it's represented by the high priestess, okay, that sphere is more accurate, well, to be represented by the high priestess, the moon, okay, is what I mean to say there. Sorry. It talks about our actual body, our physical body, but in relation, well, to how we connect to everything else, intuitionally, okay? So, 9 of Pentacles, and basically a very skillful, okay, person. Someone who has worked very hard for the things that they have in life and in their specific area of passion, okay? But, oh, I see we have raiders. Well, until we can determine what our fun raider friends are saying, chat gets to go away for a time, sorry. So, the 9 of Pentacles. Again, you can see in this card, there is this person. Oh, it doesn't work here. They have a falcon. All right. If it'll focus, perhaps not. How about the big version? There's a falcon in this garden with them, this little bird here, okay? They are standing in their own garden. These are meant to be, I can't remember if these are roses, but the flower in specific is meant to be a representation of just our passion, okay? I like to just refer to these as kind of just kisses, just love, right? White gown, all right, but covered in passion, all right? This is just meant to reciprocate or instill this idea of you're in a very safe space that you earned, right, through skill, okay? Comfortable place. However, our thoughts, our air, are on this impending doom, it would seem. All right? Not sure what or why, but this is like some sudden realization has come to you. Something must change. What we thought to be true at one time was not true, or you were perhaps delivered bad news. I don't know. On to our water. All right, this card is very interesting to me because I feel like the immense weight of this king is lost on a lot of people. But if you look at this guy, in theory, he's sitting on like a slab of marble floating effortlessly through the ocean, right? Not an easy task. Well, you can make the argument that he's maybe sat on a pillar in the middle of the ocean, right? But is he? Right? Don't know. So, this guy being reversed in our literal space for emotions, this is the ruler of the emotional kingdom, in a sense. This is how we communicate our emotions, and this space of us is blocked upside down. Why is that, right? It's well, not a necessarily healthy headspace, but easily turned around in theory, right? Flipping this type of card, just how we're communicating how we're feeling, or perhaps even how it's being perceived as it's affecting us. This is a very reversible on your part by choice card. On to Earth. And again, Earth and Earth. Beautiful. Okay. This is us in a sense of security, but perhaps, again, too set in our ways, unmoving. Okay. We have become so ingrained in the way we do things, we don't want to hear any other opinion. feeling, or otherwise. Perhaps. But the Spirit card, the final card, calls this out, okay? I know this card is the Lord of Dominion, all right? The Two of Wands. You stand effectively at the very pinnacle of your society, your creation, your position in life, and the world waits for you to move. Okay? If you look at the art, there's no wind, there's no movement in the water, there's no birds, there's nothing happening here until you move. So this is the choice we must make at some point, but blocked. This is a path we possibly know we must take, but putting it off. All of this to circle back to, you've been not by me in any sort of way here, but the cards I draw for you indicate we've been trying to get this message in your hands for a while. Questions, guidance, TC. I hope that makes sense. Well, since you still have questions, let's do some math. So, technically, what? 11 and 16? 27 to the 9. Yeah? Do I math good or not? Probably not. 2 plus 16 plus 9, 27. 2 plus 7, 9. So, your overarching theme here from just our numbered cards, and I'm not including this one because this is a different realm, okay? But you remember I told you at the beginning here, we've been trying to get this message down to you for a while, and this card is meant in a lot of cases to be like Moses or whatever religious, person that went up the mountain to receive the message from the great divine to bring it to you. And there you are. All right, but well, I mean, quite literally what it sounds like you're doing in this case. I wonder if it's worth it. Are we going to stare at it forever, or are we going to do something with it? I mean, not a rhetorical question here, but what you came here today for me to tell you, I guess, right? I have no idea. In all fairness, I mean, you don't got to do shit. And in case we're confused, 2 plus 16 plus 9 leads to 2 and 7, 27. 2 plus 7, 9. This is just the overarching message of these. Don't forget, though, you got this to deal with. Inaction is an action too, one which the universe will punish or, in some cases, reward you for. I cannot tell you which. Welcome to the sacred number 7 and the test. This is why I ask the planets in the sky just give us a slice of what the hell is going on here. Not even externally, just within ourselves. Why am I feeling this way about this? What's the hesitation? Just work it out, right? What is it? What is it? Why? What color is it? What's it smell like? What am I looking for? Who's whistling? What's happening here? It is indeed my birthday. I'm so happy to see other people coming and finding me on my birthday. And it's your birthday too. Hell yes, even if it's tomorrow or was last week or whatever. Happy birthday. All right. Guidance TC, anything else? Questions? Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta be honest. I love you all with all my heart. Truly I do. But this was just to come say hi. There are more people that want reads than I think I'm going to be able to provide. I got a little time here. Who was next for a read? Because there were a few people. The list seems to be growing. Yeah, Twitch chat came in and tried to say hi, but good luck, guidance. God, you say that sentence hits me harder than I think you got, and I mean for it to, right? This is how I feel about the whole world. I'm just waiting on its answer, right? I'm here. I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm just waiting for you. Untamed king without thrones. We could always do a reading just for you. Well, yeah. I agree, Cosmic. Even in... Alright, so some of the work that I reference, okay, goes back to, I mean, hundreds of years, but it's talking about stuff that goes back to the dawn of time. It messes me up to think about, we've been telling stories to each other, but, like, since we, you know, came to self-understanding, how long have we been able to write and to read it? So we don't really have an accurate way to know how old these stories even are. And I'm talking about just like general mythology, the flood, all right, a huge one people love, but I mean further back than that. Okay, how long truly have we been talking about this? I don't know. We don't know, period. We may have been telling each other these stories in different ways with sticks, right? With blades of grass. They mean the same things, but in that context, we didn't have, you know, Mother Gaia. We didn't have figures like Odin. We didn't have any of this. So, excellent question. Excellent question. So, I want to make sure the disclaimer is very clear here. Tarot, or any other form of quote-unquote divination, all right? You define that however you would like. This is a tool to examine the divine within yourself. How certain external factors affect you. to truly know yourself. I do not use this to tell you what happens tomorrow. You have free will. I can tell you what the astrological and astronomical weather will be like, but what you do with it, I have no idea. What is the shape of you by default, right? And then, what is the weather like? And I'm not talking if it's raining outside. I mean, what stars are shining their light, visible or invisible, on you right now? And how does that affect you? We use stories of old to try to relate. Some of them are eerily accurate. I'm here to study those synchronicities, those coincidences, whatever you want to call that. I literally, we're to the point, okay, in case you didn't know, there are 7 main planets used in Hermeticism, 2 of which aren't even planets, Sun and Moon, but the others, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter. Each one represents a specific day of the week. They have a specific god. They have multiple gods, each with somewhat, perhaps overlapping stories, in some cases, absolutely wildly different. Venus, Aphrodite, these women wandering, quote unquote, as prostitutes are none such. These were the women that spoke to the prophets, that guided kings. They asked the stars for information. These women were their counsel in private at their most vulnerable. They would spill these secrets, share this knowledge for not just the king, the queen, for everyone. They're no mere sheer lover. They are goddesses among us. They would have been treated with the ultimate respect. But tarot, modern day society, would have you believe otherwise. Wrong. We're here to learn and understand these things from all sides. From the politician that would, well, punish and put a policy in place, versus those of us in need of the service, of the release, of the understanding of whatever it might be. Is it evil truly? Context. We must decide what is happening within the storm of ourselves. First, have you truly met you yet? Have you done a natal chart? Do you know what the literal birth mark of you based on stars says? And then, how does that apply, if at all, to you in the very real world? I can tell you how it does for me. Hopefully, I will get some more technical difficulties figured out over here. We'll be doing this on a much more regular basis. My table here, this desk has got to go. I need to be able to have one big long space so you can see what the hell I'm doing over here. A little more easily. We'll get there. For now, honestly, ladies and gents, it is, well, getting late. It's my birthday. I love you all dearly, but there are some other things that I gotta go do. There's still some more people I gotta make phone calls to. So, quick pop in. Hi. Happy birthday to all the other people whose birthdays also today. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And I will be back to talk to you all very, very soon. Hopefully with a working cue this time. So sorry for the technical difficulties. Otherwise, bless you, all of you, truly. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Bye-bye.